Right, boys and girls? This may be the final episode of the series until we can work out a way to get the DLC working. Please leave your recommendations if you have any. But for now, remember to like the video and subscribe if you want to help support our channel.
Yeah, can't believe this is the end for now. We do definitely want to play the extended missions and get to fly around on Miraidon, but if we can't get the DLC working, then we apologize. We have really enjoyed playing through Violet, even with all its glitches and messy graphics.
Yup, and now the final mission called The Way Home is starting. We get to adventure without 3 buddies into Area 0 with no adults at all, which is a little weird. I mean, I would have thought the director Clavel and Gita would have for sure wanted to join us.
Hey, I would have thought that too, but it is what it is, Donnie. We get to go on a new adventure down into the crater and see what surprises are in store for us. There's probably going to be a crap ton of really strong Pokémon in here though, George, so get ready for some tough battles.
Wow, the whole gang did in fact show up finally. Penny even came, and I guess we need her to be our little tech nerd so she can help with things like turning on the lights, since the other 2 were too stupid to even figure that out.
Right, with all this talking going on, we'll never get in the damn valley, so get a move on George. Also, I would like to apologize to everyone again for the slow uploads. We're trying our best to get content out for you, but burnout is real, and when life gets in the way, things can become difficult, so please bear with us.
Looks like we're all about to ride on Miraidon's back and literally jump into this place. Obama. I mean, we could have just climbed over the cliff, since Miraidon can climb virtually all surfaces in the game now. It would have saved a lot of this drama, and you can even find Magnet Zones up there too for those of you who want one.
All right, cue the dramatic music, which has already started because I ended up talking too late in the script. But that aside, this place is pretty damn gorgeous, and kind of reminds me of that island where Mewtwo lived with his clones in the Pokémon movies, and that special one too.
Boy, Mewtwo was so cool back in the day, and then they went and turned him into a girl for some reason. I'm not a misogynist or anything, but the female Mewtwo shouldn't exist. I would have said the same thing if they turned Shaman into a boy, or Latias into a boy too.
I don't think Shaman is either male or female Joe, even if it sounds like a girl in the Giratina movie. Either way, I agree, the male Mewtwo is the GOAT. And his quote about the circumstances of your birth being irrelevant is so true. It's what you do with the gift of life which counts, boys and girls. And one thing I do suggest none of you do is tariff the whole planet.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to say things like that, George. Just a reminder, guys, that our voices are I-generated, and we have no relation to the real presidents of the United States or all the shenanigans they get up to. We're solely here to play Pokemon games. Talking of which, go leave a comment down below if you snagged a Nintendo Switch too.
Oh man, those bots snagged all the Nintendo Switches before I got a chance, and now the scalpers are gonna get them all and charge extortionate prices on everything. That is what will piss me off the most. All scalpers deserve to burn in hell and get his by Arceus's judgment attack right in the face.
I mean, I got one actually, Barry, and want to do an unboxing of it here on the channel. And you guys can do the voiceover for it too. It's gonna be so cool to play the new Mario Kart on it. And the fact I got one before Donald is just the icing on the cake for me.
There is no way you actually got one, Joe. I don't believe you. And if you did actually use bots, then you're a fucking bot yourself for lowering yourself to their level. Think about all the children who were so excited to get one and now they can't because of you. How does that make you feel?
To be honest, I think that's pretty damn hilarious. I don't care you got one before me either, Joe, because I'll just steal it when you fall asleep or go off for your ice cream. And anyway, knowing you, you'd probably forget you bought one to begin with, and I can just claim it as my one.
I think that is so sad for all the small children, but of course you would think it's funny, Donald. I hope all of you who missed out on the pre-order eventually gets one for yourselves. This holiday season is for sure going to be an exciting one. Also, back to the game, we have to find all these tiny bases and turn the power off in them.
Yup. These bases have some sort of force field which is stopping us from getting right down to the center of the crater. And if we don't turn it off, then the whole place is probably gonna explode. Lucky we have someone as smart as George on the case.
I gotta say, I have no idea what I'm doing, Joe. I'm just following the path down and hoping for the best that I run into each of these little bases. They look like something which belongs in the North Pole as well, guys. But here we're surrounded by these cracked paradox Pokémon instead of polar bears.
Okay, so visiting these bases are getting kind of boring and repetitive for me. So if nothing cool happens, then I'm gonna bounce. And right as I say that, this robot rhino Pokémon has come out of nowhere, and it looks exactly like the Titan we battled ages ago. How comes those got so big and these ones are so small?
Donald, we've been through this before. Those Titans got so big because they're called Titans, first of all. And secondly, they ate all the herbs and crack and whatever other drugs was just lying about on the ground. I mean, in desert, there was probably a ton of stuff buried.
This thing has cracked defenses, and using Reggie Drago is probably not the best move, but I couldn't be bothered to switch it out for Chi-Yu. And by the way, you guys have to tell me where that secret cave is in here because the legendary Paradox Pokémon are hiding in there.
Well, it's way further down and in some random spot blended in with all the cliffs, so I can't remember off the top of my head where it exactly is. But I'm sure you can explore later on to find it and catch the Pokémon in there.
Yeah, I can't be bothered to look for it or Google it either if we're not continuing the series after this episode, which, by the way, is not our fault, and we're just as upset about it as all of you if we can't figure out a way to play the DLC. The next game, however, should easily be one of our best since it's the best Pokémon game ever made.
I'm sorry, Donald, but the best Pokémon game ever made goes to Heart Gold and Soul Silver for me. Pokémon Platinum is up there along with Emerald as well. So many great choices, but the overall vibe in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is just amazing and makes me feel all warm and gooey inside.
Please never say you're feeling all warm and gooey inside ever again, Obama. Children watch this, and what you said was completely inappropriate and unacceptable behavior. I'd put you on the naughty step if we were in school right now.
To change the subject for everyone's sanity, I have entered the big main cave at the bottom of the crater now, boys. And I don't see that secret path anywhere here unless it's further down somewhere. And I'm sure we're going to be encountering lots of rare Pokémon in here anyway, which are going to be really strong.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of rare Pokémon in here like that Dugtrio George. You clearly need to go back to trainer school so you can get a better understanding of what rare Pokémon mean in this game, because that definitely wasn't one of them.
Listen here, buddy. This is my first Pokémon game, in case you have forgotten, which you probably have, since this is you were talking about. And also, there was actually some rare Pokémon in here, like the one Gita used as her final team member, even though it got absolutely obliterated by my fishy.
So something I have sort of come to realize is this game follows its own story, unlike the anime, which has its own story too. Usually the Pokémon games and anime have something very similar in common with whatever the evil teams get up to. But here they're on different paths altogether.
Okay, we're at the giant time machine now, boys. Apparently this is what caused all these paradox Pokémon to appear in the first place from the future. And if you're playing Pokémon Scarlet, then I think those ones came from the past. Although I don't remember seeing any fossils of those types of Pokémon.
Donald, literally no one cares. This is what we had to open up anyway with disabling all those locks in the 4 bases dotted around the crater. I guess they were some sort of fail-safe mechanism to stop the time machine from going off on its own or something.
Yeah, things are probably going to ramp up now, George, so get ready for some insane battles. Since this is the end game, pretty much. I guess this part could be considered the post-game too if you think about it, but no Pokemon game will ever beat Generation 2's post-game. I am still waiting for the day when they release a game where you can visit all the regions, though.
So these guys wanted me to release Miraidon out here for some reason. The poor fella still hasn't got his full powers back yet, and now this other one has appeared out of nowhere with a very angry face on him. See, this is where my conclusion of Miraidon being a legendary falls apart, because there's 2 of them.
We've had this discussion before, George, and at this point I think we should just agree to disagree on this. There are so many legendary Pokemon that have duplicated, like Suicune and Raikou, for example. That, by the way, shouldn't be a thing, but it is what it is, I guess. My headcanon will always be that there's one of each legendary, though.
Okay, so that Miraidon is definitely not a nice guy. And R1 seems to be really scared of him. Maybe they had a battle, and R1 lost, which is why he's so weak and timid all the time. Possibly has lost all his confidence too. So that's why he is how he is.
More and more of these paradox Pokémon keep appearing out of nowhere as well. Maybe we've accidentally turned on the time machine again, which has released more of them out here. I bet they're all sitting on the other side waiting for the portal to open too.
Yup, seems like it, dude. We gotta have a huge raid battle now and team up to take these Pokémon all on and win. They're probably high-level 60s too, which shouldn't be such a difficult thing if George bothers to use the right Pokémon for this.
Envy is being sent out to clap these punks who don't even know why we're a threat, to be honest. I mean, we were just here minding our own business, so I don't know what their problem is. Plus, I have to get into the time machine real fast to find the professor for my boy Arvin.
George, you moron, you got Envy killed already, and he's supposed to be clapping all of them. Not only that, but you've also made us look stupid, since you're supposed to be the strongest trainer here, being the top champion and all.
Yeah, sorry, buddy, but I gotta agree with the old fossil on this one. You properly messed up there, and remember, we only have so many full restores to use. Plus, this won't be the last battle, and now you showed Nimona you're just a weakling.
Okay, well, I have jumped into the time machine thingy here, boys, and it seems the professor is half asleep. Or actually, he's one of us. He's an AI program machine. This whole video feels like some sort of Inception shit now.
Yeah, so the deal is the professor uploaded his consciousness into this robot version, which looks exactly like him and is now taking charge of everything in Area Zero. So this is the fellow we've been talking to all this time.
And he is the owner of that scary Miraidon, too. My spidey senses are starting to tingle, though, guys, and I have a feeling we're going to be battling this fella very shortly. I don't even think I'm ready for that, but maybe we should hold off until the next episode.
Talking of which, go like the video and subscribe, guys. You should all remember to do that. This episode is shorter than normal, just so we could get some content out to you all without keeping everyone waiting too long.
Yeah, this was supposed to be one long final episode, but we've just been so busy, so decided to split it in half for all your sakes. The finale is currently being worked on, but we just don't have much time at the moment, so please bear with us.
That's right, Donald. Thanks for the explanation. And we still have no idea how to get the DLC working either, so we may have to come back to it later on and play Legends Arceus next, which, to be honest, is what we're all waiting and looking forward to more at the moment.
I won't be playing this game, but it'll still be nice to see the Hisui region, which is the old name for Sinnoh, for those of you who are new here and are Pokemon noobs as well. And of course, seeing the GOAT Arceus do his thing is one of the highlights for us.
The robot professor here has just given us the rundown of the situation as well. So basically, we were right in saying all these weird Pokemon came from the future. I guess that's how they'll eventually evolve and become like that. All robotic and weird looking, which is very strange to me.
If Donald has finished his rant, we'll see you all in the finale next episode, guys. I need a shower.
Let me join.